To perform a BIOS flashback, you need a BIOS USB, but if you don't have access to another computer, you can use your Android smartphone to create that USB. For this process, you will need an Android phone, you'll need a USB flash drive. We recommend not to go over 16 gigabytes, particularly if you're on an ASRock motherboard, and you also need a USB on-the-go cable which converts the USB-A to the USB-C so that your phone can see it. We're going to need an app called CX File Explorer, which you can download from the Play Store. And now we'll get into the process. You want to Google your motherboard model, the exact model. So we're going to use the MSI B650 Gaming Plus Wi-Fi for the example today. If you're using a gigabyte motherboard, you need to make sure you choose the correct revision as well as the correct model number, which will come up on screen. You need to find the support or download section on the motherboard website for the exact motherboard you're using. Go to the BIOS section. And then you want to download the latest BIOS, and I tend to avoid the beta BIOSes for most users because the non-beta BIOS is more stable. Once that's downloaded, another useful thing to put on is your Wi-Fi and LAN drivers, particularly if you're installing Windows. Sometimes the drivers don't come included. So if we go to drivers, we'll find LAN drivers or Wi-Fi drivers. We'll download all of the Wi-Fi and LAN drivers on the page because sometimes they change the chipset of the Wi-Fi and LAN chip inside your motherboard between the same motherboard model. Then we need to open our CX File Explorer, then connect our USB on-the-go cable with the USB stick plugged in. Got to allow CX File Explorer to handle the USB. Then we need to hold down on the USB drive, go to Settings, and then click Format. All data on the USB stick will be lost, so back it up if it's important. Now we need to go to our downloads to find the files that we downloaded earlier, and we want to select all of the downloaded folders, which usually come as zip archives. You see I select them all on screen, and then I go down and click copy, and then I go back, open up the USB stick, and then click the paste button to pop them all in there. Then we will select the BIOS zip folder that usually has some weird code name like this. Then we're going to go to More, and we're going to extract, and then extract to the folder, the second one down. You can also repeat the process for each driver if you want as well. Now we want to open that folder we've just extracted, and then locate the actual BIOS file. You can see that down here. It's not the text file, it's the other file, and it's usually around 32 megabytes. We want to click that so it's selected. We want to rename this so that the motherboard can actually see it. Each motherboard manufacturer has a different way of naming this file so that it can be seen. Look at the cheat sheet on screen and pause the video to ensure that you rename it properly. Asus motherboards, you're going to have to go into the manual and find the exact code that they use to rename it to because they're all different. And of course, we're using an MSI board in this example, so we're going to rename this one to msi.rom, but of course you need to rename it according to your motherboard manufacturer. Now that it's renamed, we need to select that file that we've just renamed and then copy it and then go back, and we need to paste this file in the root directory of the USB. So you don't want it inside any folders, it just needs to be exactly on the USB straight there. And you can see that that is now done. Then we're going to go back to the main menu. We're going to hold down on that USB again. We're going to go to Settings, and then we're going to click Eject to safely remove that from the system. At this point, you can now unplug the USB on-the-go adapter, take out your USB stick, and go ahead and flash the BIOS. If you need some guidance on how to actually flash the BIOS, we do have a separate video linked in the description of this one.